We loved the Parrot camp spot so much, we actually stayed 2 nights. But we left there this morning and drove back to the small little beach town that's only about a mile away to provision up.
Provision up.
We got food, we got water, we took showers at a campground, and now we are about to go back down that same road because we have learned that the locals call it the Ruta.
The Ruta, and this is supposed to have some of the most amazing beaches in Argentina. And I gotta tell you, after the beach that we just stayed at, maybe some of the best beaches in the world, depending on your perspective. But I am super excited to go explore this place.
First stop is a war memorial, and we're going to show it to you and tell you all about it. In April of 1982, a war broke out over some islands just off the southern coast of Argentina. Where you live in the world will likely determine what you call these islands, but here in Argentina, they are the Malvinas. In other parts of the world, they are called the Falkland Islands. The war between Argentina and the United Kingdom lasted for 10 weeks. Both countries fought with ground troops, air force, and many ships. The result was 649 Argentina soldiers and 255 British soldiers lost their lives. Argentina eventually lost the war, but still maintains that the Malvinas are part of Argentina. The history here is complex and goes back for many centuries. We will not try to explain or interpret all of that, but we can tell you that here in Argentina, you will find memorials like this one throughout the country. It's an important part of their heritage, and it defines them as a country. The war is recent, and most people remember it well. Kids remember the soccer legend Maradona scoring against Britain during the World Cup just a few years after the war. They remember the emotional impact that goal had on their parents. The younger generation, who was not alive during the war, well, they are taught in school that the Malvinas are part of Argentina, and that one day, through diplomacy, the islands will be returned. Whether or not that happens will be determined by forces far greater than any of us here on this YouTube channel, but it is definitely a strong part of the Argentine culture, and we wanted to be sure to share it with all of you.
All right, so here you can see the famed Ruta. So we kind of had lunch a couple days ago up at Viedman along the Rio Negro, and we came down here and just supplied up in the little town of El Condor. And this is where we're at right now, this little beach, El Espigon, I can't pronounce that. And so there's several stops here along the way, and we have a specific one in mind. We'll stop in and check, but we have a specific one in mind that's supposed to be pretty epic.
When I was young, I climbed up too high just to touch the sun. On my mission, no prescription, shoot for number 1. Start a riot, won't keep quiet, I'm a ride or die. Heart is pumping, keep it coming, better run it high. I was born for this, I was born for this. I was born for this, I was born for this.
All right, we have a little bit of time with the tide, not a lot, to get out over to that other island and on that bridge. And of course, you know me, we gotta get out there if we can. So we'll head around here and see if we can get there. All right, we got a small minute. The waves are crashing over. You can see them coming up here. Small window this morning. Well, what do you think?
So this place is beautiful, peaceful. It's crazy how the power of the crashing waves, which are deadly if you get caught in them, can still be so freaking peaceful. And we got a surfer.
And it looks like this is also a surfing beach. There are a couple surfers down here. And just a little area where there's some nice little wave action. And otherwise fairly flat ocean today.
I was born for this. Born for this. Born for this. Feel that fever, lightning strikes, dangerous like dynamite. I was born for this.
What are you doing, Bubba? What are you doing? You in my seat?
The Ruta runs right along the coast for a section of this central Argentina Atlantic coast, and it has many stops. The first one was, of course, the War Memorial, and then where we were in our last video, the Parrot Camp. So this is our first official stop of the day, actually on the coast, and it was beautiful. But there are supposed to be several as we drive south along this Ruta. So we are excited to see what we can find, and we're also looking for a place to camp, because we will be wild camping on the coast somewhere tonight. As we're driving south along the Ruta, it's very rural out here. We've come across one small little town, and now we're coming up on our next stop, which is one of the main reasons we came out here. And we're pulling in, and if you see these signs, you may know what we're about to try to show you. It says no pets, so the kitty cats will not be getting a walk here. But let's go see what we see when we get back up here to this spot. Are you excited, Curt?
Of course.
So we stumbled up on a museum when we got here to our next spot where we want to show you the cool stuff. Now, unfortunately, we have missed whale season here in Argentina. But right here behind me, this is a whale.
They have little phalanges on their flippers.
So the whales have fingers. No thumb. So that museum was nice. It had a nice display of all the wildlife that's in the area. And with his broken English and our broken Spanish, we got a few questions answered. One thing is, yes, we've missed whale season, but apparently there is a pod of orcas that do not migrate and stay along this coast. But the chances of seeing them are very, very slim. They definitely have some construction going on down here, which is nice. They're investing in this area that protects this sea lion colony. So Curt has gone to the van to get the big camera, and I am going to attempt to make the walk up here. It said 700 meters, which should not be any problem. We just have to see what the elevation's like. So y'all keep your fingers crossed that my old ticker will get me down there.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason. I've packed my bags and now I'm gone. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea. That's where you find me. Tanned and red, flat out on a beach bed. That's where you find me. Working on my fishing skills in a little boat that I rent. Ain't got nothing but time
1,000 meters in the hot sun. How you holding out, hon?
The hot sun, yeah, is fine because of the breeze. The 1,000 meters, fine. It's the ups and downs.
The ups and
well, the downs. It's the ups, guys. Going up any kind of elevation or stairs kind of kicks my booty. But we're almost to what we're here for.
Look at those strange looking armadillos.
I know, they have hair.
Probably nocturnal. I doubt we'll see them. We definitely saw some rays.
Alright, we just popped over the dune. And they're everywhere. Sea lions everywhere. You can smell them, which is the okay part. But you can hear them, which is really cool. We'll have to see if we can get that on film for you guys. There's another lookout farther down. I'm sure Curt will venture down there. I'm probably gonna hang out and just watch these guys. And it's high tide. I bet when it's low tide, you can see even more. So right now we're only showing you a few hundred of these, but this is actually the home, or a colony as they call it, of about 6,000 sea lions. The females average about 150 kilos, and the males, the big bull males, they can get up to 300 kilos. That's big. That's a lot of floating blubber. But hopefully we can get some good footage of these guys playing in the water because they're one of my favorite things to watch.
There's another vista up here along the way, if you guys can see it. Another perch on top of these cliffs looking down at these giant sea lions. I'm gonna head up here. Snow's gonna take a break. I was hoping we'd get to go down to water's level and get a closer look. I don't know if that's gonna be the case. Hopefully we'll go up here, we'll check it out, we'll see. But at least we'll get another angle at these guys. So from this vista up here, we can definitely see that it is a giant colony of sea lions. And some of them are up there just sunning, lounging around on the beach in the sand. Other ones are out there in the rocks. And still more just like in little pods out there floundering around, flopping around, floating in the water, flipping around, sort of playing. Those are probably the pups. The big bulls just kind of seem to sit there with their heads in the air like they don't care, catching the sun every once in a while. You'll see them flop their back tail up to give themselves a little scratch in the ear or something like that. So you can clearly see the big giant bulls. And they definitely fight for a little territory. Maybe they have little families there, I'm not sure. But sometimes you can see one kind of makes a move. And it looks like a bull kind of guards his own little territory, runs everybody off. But also there's males and smaller females. Maybe they're cuddling, I don't know. But in any event, it's not just the big boys fighting the big boys, although there is plenty of that. But they're an active group down there and they're all packed in close, and sometimes they don't get along. And they're fun to watch, really fun to watch. Super cool experience, guys.
Curt is the van's master chef, and I put in a very special request for lunch. What'd I ask for, Curty?
Barbecue chicken, but in this van, vegetables go in everything. So we're gonna put some onions and some pepper and some garlic in there, saute it up nicely.
There you go. And I think we may put it on some taco shells.
Oh, and we have some lechuga también.
Ooh, we're having barbecue chicken tacos. As Curt is whipping up our yummy tacos, I wanted to tell you guys that we just saw a really huge sea lion colony. But as we keep heading south towards the very tip of Argentina, we will be on the lookout for a very special sea lion or seal. I don't know the technical parts to all that. But as we head south, we'll be looking for the elephant one. The one that has the really cool head. Looks like he has a little trunk. Now, they're not near as common, and there's definitely not a colony of 6,000 of them. But I think we'll probably find one. It may take us a few episodes. But I think we'll find one. G Money does not seem to be very interested in the barbecue chicken tacos. He likes his chicken unseasoned. Alright, buddy? Hey, buddy. He's a good boy. And the nanner, she's right here at my feet. What are you doing, Pumpkin? We've got the door open. Why aren't y'all getting some door open time? It's kitty nap time. I understand.
Barbecue chicken tacos, green peppers, onions, pechuga.
Chicken breast. I do one taco shell and then some overflow. Curt has 2 taco shells. It's gonna be yummy. Thank you, Curtie.
Lunchtime.
So we're driving along the coast. It never fails. Real or fake, I'm gonna see a shark. Oh, he's got crazy teeth too. Ah! All right, we're gonna keep going.
All right. We tried 2 times to get G out here, and he didn't like it. Banana hopped out here, and she's running around. We'll see if she can find a comfortable spot. Hard telling about her. Kind of surprised. She's off and running. But we're at this little spot. This is where we're gonna stay for the night. It's just right by the road. But we got a break in the cliffs so you can kind of just park up next to the beach. You could probably tell it's really windy here. And G doesn't like it, but he never likes the beach. Savannah, we'll see. They got these cool little plants right here. Looks almost kind of like rosebuds on top, but they're kind of more tight, like a, I don't know, like a mango or something. But it looks like they might open up and flower or something. We'll keep an eye on them. And then she found a grasshopper, so she's running and chasing it. Look at her. Something blowing down the road. You can see how windy it is here. So it's definitely a thing. Afternoon naps. Well, they've always been good, but they're a new part of our lifestyle, and it didn't take so long to hop up there and take a nap. And fortunately, when we kind of been doing a little bit of resting in the afternoon, taking some breaks, we've really been fortunate to have some great views. And here's another one of the ocean parked right down here in the beach. Now, I'll tell you, this is a unique beach. As you see these kind of, I don't know, sort of succulent plants along here. This beach is kind of pebbly, and it's sort of kind of like rustic brown pebbles and sands. Always nice to look out the ocean, and we got some small white caps from the wind. It's definitely breezy. I will tell you that Argentina sun is bright, but with the cool air coming off of the ocean, it's probably only maybe in the 80s, if maybe even upper 70s.
I know that it is still daylight outside, but I promise it's almost 9 o'clock. We are way down south and the days are getting longer. So we're getting ready for bed. But look at this view. Our front door. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Alright guys, we woke up to a lightning thunderstorm, and you guys know it's real windy and dry here, so we've been showing you, and it looks like lightning hit the field right across the way, maybe a couple 100 yards from us, and there's a big fire there. And with this wind and this dry climate, we're really kind of watching it, trying to figure out what to do. But I think we need to move. This thing has seems kind of spread pretty quickly. Yeah, I think we need to get out of here.
It's midnight and we're on the move. I know it's pitch black, but we've got the van ready to roll. The fire is definitely spread a little. It's not moving fast, but it is not dying down at all. And it's definitely coming a little closer this way. We see another car going by right now. I think it's best if we do move on. We never like to drive at night, but we'll be backtracking. It's a road we know. We need to move up the road and find somewhere else to sleep, Curt. The wheels turned. Alright. A football field away from our van. We're on the move. Gonna find somewhere else to sleep. Hopefully it just fizzles out, but we're not taking any chances.
Alright, in a pursuit to get away from the fire, there's a jackrabbit in the road. And he just keeps running down the road. I don't know if he ran out of there or what, but he definitely doesn't want to go into the bushes. Whoa, don't run him over.
And we don't need to worry about that camper. The guy was standing in the doorway looking at the fire, so he knows it's there. Or we probably would have stopped and woke him up.
Going. As you guys can see, maybe off in the horizon, there's still a bunch of lightning too, so looks like these guys may be up as well, checking it out. Wow.
Good morning, guys. Well, last night after the brush fire, we probably had to drive 30 or 40 minutes down that bumpy dirt road until we could find a place we could pull off to sleep for the night that wasn't soft sand. I have no idea where we are. We do not have the beautiful beach view we did when we went to sleep. Let's get outside and see what it looks like where we're at. Well, it looks kind of like Kansas. Hopefully it's not. So when Curt wakes up, we'll drive to a better place, because this is literally the side of the road. Good news is I don't see any smoke in the distance where we came from, which means that brush fire didn't take. That makes it all okay, even though we did not have a good night's rest. It'll all be okay as soon as we have some coffee. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!